Hi, everybody, and welcome to Friday Frolics. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas or holiday. I did. It was awesome. I had my entire family, except for one nephew and his wife. I had the entire family here at my house on Christmas Eve, and it was so nice. Even though I worked myself to death for the week before, cooking and cleaning because I don't entertain much. So when you have someone coming into your house, you look around and go, "Oh, I should have cleaned this, or I needed to dust that, or whatever." But it was a lot of work, but it was so nice. We had the best time, and I had lots of food. It kind of morphed from finger foods into a full-fledged meal. And I didn't tell anybody but my sister. She's the only one that knew I was cooking all this food. And so people were bringing things because that's what we usually do. And so I had so much. I'm still eating on the food. But it was so good. And everyone was so happy to be together. It was just a great time. And I had my two grandsons together for the first time since last Christmas. So that was nice to have both of them here at the same time. Now it's going to be New Year's. In just a few days, it's going to be 2018. I can't believe that this year has flown by. But it's been such a eventful year, at least for me. Excuse me, my eyes are itching. It is so cold here, and my heat just doesn't seem to cut off. So the air is very dry, and it's making my eyes dry. My hands are dry. I have to put some lotion on, which I got some really nice lotion from my daughter-in-law. She sells Arbonne, and she gave me some of their hand cream, which is wonderful. So I've got it right here, but I'll wait until after I finish my video before I put it on. But anyway, this past year has seen a lot of changes, a lot of new things in my life and letting go of some of the old things in my life. This YouTube group has been a blessing to me. I have just made so many awesome friends, and all of you have been so generous. I can't tell you the number, how much I appreciate those of you that have gone to my Amazon wish list and fulfilled something on my wish list, or have supported me through Patreon. You just don't know what a difference that has made in my life this year, because I didn't have the burden of wondering where my next penny was coming from and whether I could afford to buy clay or whatever. And so it's just been a blessing. You guys are just fantastic. Speaking of I don't know if I can move my camera or not without making you dizzy. Let me see, but let me show you what one of my subscribers sent me, and I got it yesterday. Can you see that box of clay? It's a big box, and it's full of Primo clay. And she's unable to work with clay. Excuse me while I put this back where it belongs. She's unable to work with clay anymore. And the only thing about moving these is that everything gets out of whack. Let me just move this. But she was unable to work with clay anymore because of some problems with her hands and wrist. So she asked for my address and sent me, there's got to be 75 to 100 packages of Primo clay in there. As I won't have to buy clay probably for the next 2 years. But it gives me lots of clay to do your tutorials with. So that's really good. And I did do a tutorial. There is a tutorial that's going to be posted on Monday. I'm not really happy with it. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out, but I didn't have time to refilm it. So I had a choice of not posting a video on Monday or posting what I did and just hoping you don't care that it really messed up. And hopefully it's going to be something you can get something out of it. The technique is good. It's a good technique. It was cold in my craft room, and even my souffle clay was kind of firm, and it just didn't. It involved putting texture in it, and I didn't get the texture in far enough, and it's because I needed to press it a little bit harder, and I just neglected to do that. But I finished it anyway, and hopefully you'll like it. I like it. I like the technique. I didn't like the video, but like I said, I didn't have time to refilm it. So that will be posted on Monday, and then hopefully by next week I will have my Patreon reward video for those of you that are supporting me on Patreon. I try to get those out early in the month, but I don't know if it'll be next week. If not, it'll definitely be the week after. I don't even know what I'm going to do yet. It's just one of those things. But we'll see what happens. Let's see, what else? For those of you that like to make cards or are into mixed media and using it in different ways, Richard Garay, who was the founder of Fun Stamper's Journey, and I don't know if you've heard the story, but he's no longer with Fun Stamper's Journey. He has started his own, well, actually, it's not a business yet. It's really just a Facebook group. It's RG Studio 360. And he has been selling kits for classes and in holding the classes online, which has been great. I've taken all 3 or 4 of his classes, and it's been awesome. But he's offering a free class on January the 6th, and it is a card class, but he uses some mixed media, a little bit of mixed media, and all you have to do is go to his Facebook page. I don't know if they put the link up yet to register. I don't think they have. But there's not going to be a kit this time. He's going to give those of you that register, he'll send you a list of supplies that you'll need to complete it. Or you can just watch it. And it will be recorded on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch it. Only the subscribers. It'll be unlisted, so only the subscribers will be able to watch it. So if you want to just watch it once, and if it's something you want to do, you can go watch it again after you get your supplies together. But he is starting some new things in the new year, and I'm so happy for him because he's such a fantastic person and so inspirational. And I'm so glad that he's letting God direct his life, and he's doing what he loves best, and that is creating and bringing paper to life, as he calls it, and sharing with others, and that he's got such a big heart. So if you are interested in the free class, if you see that, then maybe you might be interested in some of his paid classes that do come with kits. Just let me, I'll try to remember to put the link below. I know sometimes I say that, then I never do it. Let's see. I've made some progress with my dogs. My dogs are no longer in their crates. We've had some issues with my daughter's senior dog, who's 14. Pink is her name. And we're thinking that she was having trouble getting up and down in her crate. So she loves her dog bed here in the living room. So we decided when we took the crates down for Christmas, when we had dinner, we had to take the crates down because the dog's crates were in the dining room. So we took the crates down, and we decided to try not putting them back up. And she's doing great on her bed in the living room. So we're going to not do the crates anymore. And at least not in the foreseeable future. Things may change. We're not getting rid of them. So if things change, we may have to put them back in there. But right now, we're making do with things like it. But anyway, the dogs are happier. I have started, so happy. My son got me one of the drawer I don't know what you call them, the rolling drawers that I wanted. There were some at IKEA, and there was a similar one on Amazon made by somebody else. And he got me that for Christmas and came early on Christmas Eve so he could put it together for me. And then I had bought a organizer shelf from Michael's during their 12 days of Christmas. One day their special was I think it's about 35 inches tall, and it's got a slot for maybe 6 or 7 of those Iris 12 by 12 plastic containers. And I store a lot of my stuff in those. And they usually sell for $79.99, and they had it on sale for $29.99. That one day only. And I just happened to sign on that day and saw it. I went, wow. So I got that. So it's 2 pieces. And I put the table that I had put up in front of my chair here, I had put up in my dining room. And I'm going to get a desk as soon as I can get to IKEA. I'll probably wait till next week to do that. But it's going to be fun. I've made some decisions. I was going to try to move all of my crafts into my dining room because it is a larger room. But if you stop and you look at the room, there's really not a lot more wall space than there was in my little room here. So what I've decided to do is to move my paper crafts into that room. And I'm going to keep my polymer clay stuff in the little room. And so that way I can spread out a little bit. Don't have to have everything crammed into that one little corner. So I'm going to be migrating from, the paper stuff from the craft room into my dining room. And then I will set up my polymer clay space. And it's just going to be so much nicer. I'm going to really enjoy that. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the new year. Health-wise, I feel like I'm doing okay. And I'm just thinking the new year is going to be even better, that I'm not going to have any major issues. And I say no major, like 2 years ago I had surgery on my foot because I had a bone spur that was killing me. And I had that repaired. And then this past year, I had the cancer taken off my nose, and I've had some shoulder issues, but that didn't require surgery. And if that's all that I have to face, then I'm okay. I just think about my mother when she was my age, how sickly she was. And I'm trying very hard to not allow myself to get idle and just sit in a chair and waste away. So hopefully this weekend I'll get to see Star Wars. We were supposed to go tonight with my son and his girlfriend and my daughter and I. And his girlfriend is sick today, so we're not going to go tonight. So I don't know if we'll go over the weekend or just my daughter and I will go over the weekend. But I'm anxious to see the new Star Wars movie. I'm not a Star Wars geek. I don't go around, dressed like them. I don't have Star Wars stuff all over my house, but I do love the movies. So that will be something to look forward to. But I'm ready for spring. It is just so cold here. It's been down in the teens. Yesterday, the high was only in the 20s. And today it is going to get back in the 30s. At least it'll get over freezing, maybe. They said mid-30s, so I don't know. That could mean anything. But I'm just hoping that spring comes early this year. I'm not a cold weather person. I just do not like the cold weather. I've shoveled enough snow and chipped enough ice. I just don't want to do it anymore. And my dogs, as old as they are, they can't handle it either. So it's going to be hard, but I need to take down what few Christmas decorations I put up, which shouldn't be too major. But I'll do that this weekend. And I don't know that I have anything else to share with you today. I'm just looking around. I don't see anything. that other than that clay that I got yesterday, which I'll need to go through and just see what I've got. I haven't taken it out of the box yet. I just opened it up and went, oh my goodness, and started looking at what was on top, but I don't know what's down. It's like 4 or 5 layers thick, so I don't have any idea how much clay is in there. I'll have to do a count. But to the one that sent it, I don't know if you want your name mentioned or not, so I won't mention your name, but thank you so much. It's things like this that really mean a lot to me, knowing that you appreciate me and my tutorials enough to do something like that for me. So, you know, it's not easy being on a fixed income. It's, you know, being retired. You would think, and I don't know why, why don't y'all nominate me for president? Because the first thing I would do is stop income tax on senior citizens that are retired. If you're not working, you shouldn't have to pay taxes on your, you know, my pension, you know, which doesn't make sense to me, although it was pre-tax. No, it was after-tax money that, you know, I guess. I don't know. That was my 401k, and that's long gone. I've got that confused. But I just don't believe senior citizens should have to pay taxes. It just seems crazy to me. We have less money coming in, and yet we still have to pay. And, you know, prescription medication has gotten ridiculous in the price. And yet it's senior citizens that need this medicine more so than most younger people. And we don't have the money for it. And I know people that don't take their medication because they just can't afford to buy it, and they're sick, and that's a shame. But just pray that my health holds up and my finances hold up. If I can get through the winter time, I think I'll be in good shape. But this next few months are going to be a little tight. I did put some things on my credit card for Christmas, and so I need to get that paid down. So it's still going to be tight, but, you know, I'm going to be okay. Thanks to you guys. You guys are great. So I hope everyone has a safe and happy new year. If you do go out on the road, please be careful. I don't go anywhere on New Year's Eve just because of the crazy people out on the road. And but if you do go out, please be safe. And if you do have a drink or two or even more, please don't drive. It's no sense in you taking the risk of killing yourself or someone else for the sake of being happy for a couple of hours on New Year's Eve. It's just not worth it. So I will be back next Friday with another Friday Frolics. And hopefully, and I do have the video for you for Monday, the tutorial. So I will be back again next week. So Happy New Year, everyone. Bye-bye.